Welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode. Today, I feel called to talk about time, and I truly believe that once you have understood this part, everything else in your life is going to become easier. Manifestation is going to be easier, and your whole life is going to be completely different because it truly changed my life and my perspective on things. And I'm trying to keep it simple because the whole concept that time is just an illusion and does not truly exist can be sometimes a little tricky to understand. And it took me a long time to find the way that I'm aligned with it. So keep in mind, this is just my perspective and the way that I've experienced it. But I truly believe that it's going to change a lot in your life too once you have understood this part. So let's dive right in. Time to me does not truly exist. The only thing that truly exists is the present moment. So that I am sitting here in front of my camera and that you're sitting in front of your screen and watching this video right now, right? If you think about it, there's nothing else right now than this. Because everything else that is happening is not something that you're visibly seeing. So, if you were to be in a relationship, for example, the fact that you are in a relationship is a belief. It's something you have seen over the last couple of days and weeks and whatever, how long you've been with your partner. So, you believe that you are in a relationship right now, right? So, you're sitting here and you know it, but it's not something you see, right? I mean, it's something else if your partner sits next to you, but just bear with me for a second. So, what is the difference then between someone who is single and truly believes in their heart that they are in a beautiful relationship and someone who already has the physical proof that they are in a relationship right now? Nothing really. If we sit in this moment, there is no difference between those two. And that is the beautiful thing about time is that you just need to believe about a certain thing to be true, and that is how things can come into your life and can potentially also happen overnight, because the concept of that something takes a certain amount of time to arrive in your life is an illusion. It's always has a lot of times had something to do with your belief about time. So let's say you want to manifest a relationship and you have the belief of, okay, I've been single for a year now, but it takes me, I don't know, 2, 3 years to truly find the love of my life. Something like that. But if you were to release that belief and you allowed yourself to be open to when it manifests and are more in the energy of, okay, I am ready for it. I know it already exists. I know it's already happened. I'm certain that it is already here. And you allow the universe to let everything else fall into place. It could happen literally tomorrow. It could happen in an hour. It does not matter. And that is the thing that fascinates me so much when it comes to time, is that it only takes as long as we believe it to happen, because in a matter of fact everything already happens here right now anyways. Do you know what I'm trying to tell you? Because I know it's sometimes a little hard to understand, and I understand that it's a very far concept, and sometimes we need to really detach from everything that we know to be true to allow this to come into us, and that we remember as a soul that that is the truth. But you can really apply this to anything in your life. Like, imagine you're writing your master thesis right now, and in your mind, you're thinking, okay, like, other people have told me that writing a good master thesis is gonna take me half a year, for example. And it's gonna take half a year, it's gonna take this and this effort whatsoever. But what if you said, it's gonna take me a month? It's gonna take me a month, and then I'm gonna be done. And because you believe that it's going to be able and possible to be done in a month, it will be done in a month. And that is what I mean with, like, time is relevant. You could have been waiting for a solution to arrive for years and years to come. And because of your beliefs, it took you 4 to 5 years, for example, to find a solution for something. but then you change your beliefs and you become a new version of yourself, and all of a sudden these things that took you years are just coming in days or in weeks. And I think once we learn that there is no concept of how long something needs to take to be done or needs to, for example, for me, like I want to go to San Diego for a while. Like that is what I'm working on currently, and that is my dream currently. The thing is, like, I know that I need to release certain beliefs because in my mind, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna take me half a year to get my visa and find an internship and blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And because I'm thinking it's going to take me half a year, I might be moving slower than it could potentially happen. Because if I was certain that it's already happening and that it's possible for me to manifest in a day or two because I release in how long it's going to happen, and I could sit literally in an airplane in a week because it will happen for me, then the universe can do what it truly needs to do in order to align you for this to happen in a week. And I know that it is sometimes hard to truly believe it, and I get that, and it's sometimes hard for me too. But I can tell you that once you have letting go of the concept of linear time, then everything is going to work out more smoothly, faster, and in more magical ways because you're not so attached to something that you think this is how it's meant to be, and you allow magic to show you how it truly needs to unfold. And that's what I mean with like it's gonna completely change your life. Because think about anything you want to do in your life, right? You want to move to another place, for example, and you're looking for a house, and someone tells you, like, oh my God, it took me a year to find the perfect property, and it's so hard to find something really nice, and blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know, you're stepping into something with a belief of something someone else already, which already dims you from really receiving how it's meant to be, right? And once you let that go and you're just like, ugh, that's not my energy, this other people's beliefs, and I don't believe in that, and I am the exception. Because that's a funny thing sometimes. If you think about it, like, because that's how I've been in the past. It's like, me in the past, I thought I was so special, but like in a negative way. I always thought like, oh my God, I'm always, like sticking out in negative ways, and like I feel like an alien and all this stuff, right? And then I heard of someone talking about this, and I thought it's so fascinating because she was saying, like, if you believe that you're different and you always had it, like, like, not that you always had it hard in life, but you just stick out in whatever way, and in your mind it's something that is negative, why not believe that you're so special that it can happen for you? Why not believe the opposite? Why not believe that you're that special and that it can happen for you? Because the thing is, like, some people might think that's like egoistic or narcissistic or whatsoever, but one thing that I have learned from my past experience is it doesn't help you if you're not believing in yourself. And you better be seen as someone who's extremely egoistic and whatsoever if you are truly believing in yourself. Because the thing that I've been learning and observing over the last year of my own transformation is people will always claim something as something negative once you stand behind yourself. And I think the reason for it too is because not so many people are doing that, right? It's like, especially as us women, I don't know if you're a guy, I don't know how it is for guys, but I think that's especially something for women, that we are often seen as, once we are confident within ourselves and we know we're meant for a lot, and we know that, we have a certain certainty about our life and we are confident within that, it's always seen as something like egoistic or bitchy or narcissistic. And it's just something for me that's very interesting to observe. And I think if you're a woman as well, especially, and you've been experiencing that too, I think once we hear these comments, we're on the right track, to be honest. Because that's just something that shows me is that I am currently crushing a concept that, other people have of women and how women are meant to walk through the world. And I think it needs to change, and we need to be more confident within ourselves, because otherwise, you cannot achieve what you truly desire. If I'm gonna sit here and contemplate if, it's gonna happen for me, and if I can make it happen, going to San Diego, blah, 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 then I am just sending out into the universe all these fears and, like this contradictory energy of, pulling back because I'm scared again, and then pulling in because I'm positive again. But if I was just sitting my ground and being certain about the fact that I deserve special things and that I have my back and that I've been going through so many dark times that I'm able to stand anything now, that is powerful and that is power. So I highly encourage you to just do that as well. Just believe in yourself and be madly positive, or not madly positive. Maybe that's not the best advice because I don't believe in madly positive, but just confident within yourself, knowing that you're meant for your dreams because you have your dreams for a reason. And this is truly where the whole time thing also ties into this, because if we see time as not a linear concept, there's something that is already had, like everything, all of your versions that you'll ever be are already happening and have already happened. Then if you were to believe in that part, like to me, I don't believe too much in like there's a version of me, for example, that is in this certain moment right now, and I can always, like go to the more positive line and then more negative one, because that's like, I don't know, this is the concept that I don't believe in too much. For me, like it's more like we have a destined path and all my versions are already existing because my life in a sense has already happened and I've already fulfilled my soul's purpose, and that's why all these guidances can happen. Sorry guys. All these guidances can happen because my life in a sense already happened, and my future version is just, holding my hand and giving me nudges to do certain things so that I can truly align with the path that I've already walked, if that makes sense. I know that was a little complicated, sorry. But the thing is, though, what is so beautiful about that is that when you have a nudge for something and you feel pulled to go somewhere, to do something, whatever, that is truly when your higher self or universe, whoever you believe in, is guiding you towards your next version. Because you will have certain nudges, certain excitement, certain things that are just a feeling of like, oh my god, I need to do this, or oh my god, I need to move here, and it makes no fucking sense to your logical brain, but something inside you just tells you, damn, I need to move to California, and just know you have to do it. And I don't know, that's just how I've been going through my life lately, and it just changed so much, because when I'm looking into these opportunities and things, I can feel when I'm looking at a job description and it just makes me feel weighed down, and I'm just like, ugh, this makes me feel like, ugh, I could never think. You know what I mean? It's just, it weighs me down. And there's other opportunities that I'm reading. I could just feel like how my heart is expanding and I'm getting excited and I'm just like, oh my God. And in the past, I would have pushed through these feelings of, not being too excited about it because I thought like, but it is an opportunity and let me just look into that. But now I'm like, no, I'm gonna follow my highest excitement because that's gonna bring me towards the next version that I'm meant to be. And since we're now letting go of time, right, it can manifest in any given moment. I do believe there's like a certain timing for things sometimes, and that when something takes a little longer, it just has something to do with that things just needed to align. You know what I mean? Because, like, some people do say that you can manifest anything in any given moment. And I believe in that too, partially, but I also believe in that there's certain things that you either need to be prepared for to be able to hold it, or there's certain things that need to align for this to happen. So I mean, there's always something about letting go and just allowing things to unfold as they're meant to. But I think it like once you really let go of the concept that there is a certain time and things need to happen in a certain certain length or certain months or whatever. Sorry. Damn, a lot of confirmation burps. And then once you have let go of that, I think you can like it can come in exactly when it needs to, and not in a concept that you have created in your mind. And that's just the one thing that I want to say about time, and I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hope you got what I was trying to explain here. I know it was a little more complicated than I thought it's going to be. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'm also going to create something very exciting soon, so stay tuned into that and follow me for more if you want to. And yeah, see you next week, guys. Love you.